I'm Presley.
And I'm Specialist Johnson.
Today's February 6th. Today's topic, we just wanted to talk to you guys what it's about being a deployed soldier versus a citizen back in the States. You want to start us out?
Well, it's definitely different. It's for you. I know you're a fireman, and I'm a police officer, and we tend to have stuff to do. Um, but when your life is moved from the U.S. to Afghanistan, it's literally brought from this big. You can't even see it. It's out the camera. It's that big.
It's huge. It's huge.
And it's a big adjustment for us to. Um, it's a big adjustment for everybody here. We're all sitting in the same boat at this point. At least for us two, it's definitely different going from that to sitting in the guard shack for 9 hours. But go ahead, tell them a little bit what you think.
It's a huge difference from a fast-paced life, real busy all the time, seeing your family every day.
That's a biggie.
It's huge. It's a lot. It's not the same just talking to him on the phone. I know when my dad was deployed back in the early '90s, all he had was a piece of paper and pen. Had to write a letter and take 2, 3 weeks, maybe a couple months, before you got a letter back or before you. So it's a huge difference, just the technology that we have nowadays. Being able to have mobile Wi-Fi, that way we can text and that's our mobile Wi-Fi there. That way we can text, upload these videos for you guys, and it's just a huge adjustment. Schedule's completely different.
I think the hardest thing is what you mentioned was family. That's probably the hardest part. It's different if you came here as a being single or whatnot, but if you're married or you got kids or whatnot, it's definitely probably the hardest part. Uh, Going from your bed to bunk beds and going from a different time zone and jumping into another one.
A whole other country.
Yes, that's a big deal, and it's always something that uh, people who enlist, they always want to deploy. You always want to wear a patch on your arm saying that, hey, I went to Afghanistan, or I was in the combat zone, or I did this, or I did that, at least to show that you did something. Um, so it's some pluses and minuses with it, but overall, it's an experience that I definitely appreciate, and I won't take for granted. I think back home we took a lot for granted.
Yeah.
We tend to talk a lot about things that we want to change when we get back home with our families or with the living arrangements or job wise or whatnot. So we always try to change your mind frame while it's here and try to keep that when it's back home.
Yeah, I think that definitely the biggest thing is just keeping your morale up. Staying busy. Talking to your family. Even if it's just over the phone and not Skyping or video message or chat or anything like that. And exercise. You go to the gym. There's a lot of stressful stuff going on. The best way to take it out, the healthy way to take it out, is some good exercise and good way to stay in shape, lose weight, and just be healthy.
That's very true. I know for me, um, after work, only thing you really got to look forward to is going to the gym and really working out. And between the My Five working when it wants to, you can't really talk to your family like you want to. But I think that you can get it all out at the gym and leave it there. But every day is the same here. Nothing changes. Maybe what you eat changes, but as for the routine, everything is usually the same. It's always an experience. Um, it's an experience. It's a different experience because I'm not used to doing the same thing every single day. But
Yeah.
I think it makes it focus in on you, and you really do have to think about your situation back home. You have time to because you don't have the same thoughts, the same concerns all the time. Because it's pretty much you and your battle buddies, and that's pretty much what you got to fall back on. But it's pretty it's an experience. I will say that I don't regret coming, uh, but I definitely want to be home.
Yeah,
So
it's a huge sacrifice. I mean, it's we finally got that reason to tell people thank you when they thank us for our service because we've actually done something, and because before when they thank you for your service, what do you tell them? I appreciate it, but what have I done? I haven't done anything. But
I went to drill. I drove 45 minutes to go
now
to drill. That is
two
a
and a half hours.
sacrifice.
2.5 hours.
Never mind. Okay, you're
Yeah.
right. He's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's different, and it's something that you feel like you've done something for your country. I know people say, "Well, you put your life on the line when you sign up," but it's different once you actually deploy and you're able to um, see different cultures. That's one of my favorite things about being here is I talk to some of the Afghans. They all think I'm from New York. They always say New York. I'm like, no, New York. I hate New York. There's too many people in New
Way
York.
too many people.
But they're very nice people. They always try to be respectful. They always give you what they can. They always try to conversate. I have a conversation with a particular Afghan every day, and we don't know what we're saying, but we talk for 10, 15 minutes, and we just shake our head and thumbs up. Uh, that's pretty much all we do. But by the end of it, he's I have respect for him like he has for me. So um, I think it's different from a political standpoint, and then actually coming over here.
It
I
is.
think of a lot of people from. I know it's getting a little political, but a lot of people from Washington deployed. They might have a different mind frame because it's definitely different when it comes to living in a combat zone rather than trying to dictate how we do stuff or what we can get, what pay we can get. It's definitely not enough money, I tell you that. Compared to some of the other countries that are here, we have Czechs are
Czechs, the
here,
Koreans.
Koreans are here. Koreans, they're always smiling, like no matter what it is. It could be World War III here, and they would be smiling and waving. They just, that face kind of scares me a little bit, but they're nice people.
Right.
Well, we had Jordan here.
The Jordans are here.
Jordan's here.
We got the Afghan army.
Afghan Army, which I haven't seen them.
Well, they have the same uniform as the Jordans.
I got you. So maybe I did see them. I just didn't realize they were at ANAs.
They're really nice people to talk to. Their uniforms are kind of different than ours, huge difference, and so it's definitely a culture shock for people that have never been to the United States before. You meet a lot of people from a lot of different countries.
That's very true. You get to see different ways of what people eat. Uh, they pretty much eat rice and
Vegetables, lots of
vegetables. They'll
fruit.
stack their trays full of fruits and they always sit off in the corner. They never want to really offend you. They don't want to say anything bad to you, but you can see a lot of them are starting to relate to our culture, Super Bowl, holidays. Um, I did meet a couple Afghans who are Christians, which that was unusual because their culture is pretty much, or they pretty much live uh, in an Islamic mind frame. So that was pretty interesting to meet some different religions and what else they have Catholic here. They have all types of services. They have Islamic services. They have Christian services. What else?
Um, I mean, there's
All the
always
different
anything you can think
denominations.
of.
They have different. Uh, they definitely try to accommodate you when it comes to religion because they have to. Um, as for our company, it's definitely a good group of people. Um, it's we're all trying to adjust together, and we all have adjust somewhat together.
Somewhat.
Everybody pretty much found who they were going to be battles with, and pretty much that way. But we all look after each other, no matter if you are in our circle or if you're in the big circle, being in the company. Um,
Yeah. That's about it.
Tell them about the bazaar.
Oh, the bazaar. Yeah, bazaar's pretty cool. You can go in there. They got all kinds of things.
And you can bargain. Oh
Bargain.
man.
Oh yeah. They're always gonna have volume. So you gotta just go in there and say, hey, you know, I want this, and I'm not gonna pay more than this. And normally they'll work with you, but
Yeah.
sometimes they're a little stubborn. Just like any other human being. But you can find all kinds of things in there. You know, you got your Beats headphones,
Not
more
real.
like Feats headphones. Uh, you got some speakers and a lot of burnt DVDs,
Hmm.
TV series. But when you're over here, it definitely helps pass the time. Keep up with movies and TV shows that are going back on the states. So I think that's the biggest thing is missing some of the TV shows. You take that stuff for granted. You just, I'm just gonna go ahead and record it because I might be home late. So you come home and watch it. You don't have that here. So
Yeah, you definitely have to. Back home, you take a lot of stuff for granted, whether it be family, whether it be down to the smallest things such as grass. I miss grass.
and
Oh my
trees,
goodness,
trees.
trees.
We do have a national forest here though.
Nat,
There's
what
only
is
like
it? Is it 3 trees in there?
there's like seven.
7.
Yeah.
So
Then
3. Same
then
thing.
you got all the dead trees along Disney there, but it's it's something. It's an experience, and it's definitely something that if you did sign up to become a soldier, I think it's definitely something that every soldier should experience. Uh, and not every soldier gets the opportunity. There's tons of soldiers that are in the military that never set foot in a combat zone.
Absolutely. And that's definitely an experience in itself. It's not your typical day in the Midwest. It's
The weather's kind of the same though.
No, the weather's better here. It
I
only
don't
snowed. It
know.
snowed twice here so far.
It's
It
pouring
snowed
down right
like
now.
it's a blizzard in the U.S. I don't know what's going on there.
It snowed in Georgia. My family got snow in
Yeah,
southern Georgia. It's crazy.
yeah, that's crazy. But you definitely take a lot of stuff for granted being back home. Not you as in the viewer, but us as in us being here and experiencing this. I definitely have a newfound appreciation for grass, work,
Walking.
walking. Yeah, it's definitely it's different. You don't walk as nearly as you do back home as much, uh, but your world is brought down to a small, minute, like basically pretty much everything here is what you need. It's definitely pluses though. The technology really blows my mind. The fact that I can still be on Facebook. Right now it's 12:07 here, but it's 1:36 p.m. back where you guys are, and it's kind of cool that we can still stay in touch via Facebook and Viber and all that cool stuff. And I just this is something that a lot of people need to experience just to kind of get a newfound appreciation.
Yeah.
You know what I think for prisoners or people that keep messing up, that send them to Afghanistan. That'll straighten them out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they'd be crying and ready to. But it's just something that everybody should experience if you're in the military. Get to wear your combat patch and actually going somewhere. Some people get combat patches and go to
Guam.
yeah, Germany or
We really wouldn't call it a combat patch, just a deployment patch.
deployment patch. Yeah, but I just I came up with the idea of us making these videos so you all can kind of get a gist of life going on and what we do. So we're going to try to upload a video every day except for Saturdays and Sundays. So Monday through Friday, we're going to try to upload videos and keep you guys in the loop and let you guys know what's going on here. So if you guys have any ideas,
Any questions,
ideas, statements, any controversial statements, I love talking about that.
Oh,
But I'm in
that's fun
uniform,
stuff.
so keep that in mind. I can't
Yeah.
really say what I want to say, but I can kind of hint towards it.
Beat around the bush a little.
Yeah, beat around the bush a lot. I have to. But if you guys have any suggestions, comments, questions about what we do, you can
Can ask,
post it.
but we'll answer to the best of our ability because we can't tell you everything. So.
Or you can just text me and tell you. No, I can't really tell you a lot, but I can tell you what goes on a little bit. So just add some comments right down there. Tell us how we did. This is our first video. We're not really,
Professionals.
Jamie Foxx and Brad. Well, you're not Brad Pitt. He's white. I'm sorry. Somebody.
Like Martin Lawrence, maybe.
He's
not dark. He's not that dark.
Martin Lawrence is black as me.
He is pretty black.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. But yeah, just leave some questions, suggestions, anything, and we'll definitely get back to you guys.
How about Will Smith?
No Will Smith.